guys, you understood. We're still alive. And Princess Maggie, we're continuing our hard way. We're really alive and we're going to do it especially for you.
Well, hello and welcome back, and thanks for coming back. We're on the downtown Koto Paphos Pathway from the Paphos Castle to the Cephalius Beach, and we're doing it especially for our princess, Princess Maggie. Now, without any further ado, I'm going to introduce you to the most beautiful woman in the world, and of course her name is Miss Ochin Gracivia Lobouf.
Hello everybody, how nice to see you again. And again, I'm quite losing the balance, you know, after the shaking of my knees.
Well, your balancing was quite good on that steel structure.
Yes. The
Yes.
problem is, as you were going further down, the height was becoming bigger and bigger, getting higher and higher, and that's where I started panicking.
And the breeze was picking up.
And the breeze.
We're on the coastal pathway from the Paphos Castle, which is going to take us out in the Cephalius Beach area. So there's a Cephalius Beach resort. Some people call it the Lighthouse Beach, some people call it the Farhouse Beach, but one thing's for sure, it's a very, very pleasant walk indeed. And now the surface, to be honest, is almost as good as a billiard table. So whether you're on foot, whether you're a littly, whether you're in a pushchair, whether you're in a wheelchair, whether you're on an electric scooter, or perhaps if you're in your father's pickup, who knows, this could be that special shortcut with views to die for. From the rear of the Tomb of the Kings area to the downtown Paphos harbour area.
About electric scooters, by the way, before we used to rent that scooter with a sitting area, and because the surface was not really good, you was damaging your jingle bells.
Well, the jingle bells were certainly jingling away, shall we say, and we lost the odd can of Coke. Now the surface is so much smoother and there's much more to feast your eyes and to digest upon. There's some nice concrete seating areas, there's some new stepped areas being put in, and of course lots of people like to walk along this rather nice coastal pathway, enjoy the fresh air, and of course on top of all that, feast their eyes and digest on the beauty and the spectacality of the blueness of the blue Mediterranean Sea. And to be honest, I don't think that it can get that much better than that. Here's some new steps that are taking you down, and perhaps you could just sit there and ponder on the beauty and ponder all of your thoughts, take all of your troubles away as you gaze out into the abyss and the spectacality and the blueness of the blue Mediterranean Sea. We are in the third week of October. The temperature is 27 degrees. Imagine yourself on a big bird or a canoe paddling like crazy towards Marika and me on the island of love, which is Cyprus.
I remember somewhere nearby Coral Bay, by the way, it was a accident, like when my daughter was nearly drowned in the water circulation, by the way, and she was a good swimmer and she was about 12 years old. I remember, and why did I remember that very situation? This place here must be dangerous, by the way, only this little part, because where the water is going round and round, and each and every wave is crashing on each other, and they just throw you away, even though you are an excellent swimmer, if you understand what I mean.
Yeah, this is the riptide areas. These little coves create riptides, or that's what we call them, isn't it? And of course you can get yourself into serious trouble very, very quickly. There's the further one that Gracivia Lobouf is referring to in Kasonga, where the Seaview Beach Bar is. So we're not encouraging you to go into the blue sea here, please don't, because it's quite dangerous, and of course there are lots of rocks, but it's a great place to walk along, and it's a great place to sit and to digest those views and really understand that you are living in paradise. We're blessed to live here all year round, and we understand that most of the viewers on the channel only get to come here perhaps for a week or a fortnight. Some are very lucky indeed, and of course they came and get to live here for the rest of their lives. Lots of nationalities walking around, as you may have noticed. Predominantly British people come to Cyprus. A lot of Russians come to Cyprus. We've got many Ukrainians here, lots of Swiss people, lots of German people. The French are coming, and the Spanish are coming, and the Israelis are coming. They all understand that Paphos has got something unique, something special, and on top of all of that, the weather is quite simply to die for.
And except that, you know, all the hotels now providing such a good services, and they all close to the winter time. It must be a little bit cheaper, by the way, in the hotels. They sometimes do facilities of all inclusive. Even to the hotels, they are 5 stars, like Annabelle. I remember one day, one moment, one period of time, the Annabelle gave the solution to the people who were from Germany to have all-inclusive system, and they were coming and staying there for a couple of months or maybe more.
It's true, yeah. And if you add up your electricity bills, your gas bills, your food bills in the UK or in Germany, for example, you might find that it's cheaper to come and live in Cyprus for 2 or 3 months. And of course, in due the beauty and the spectacality of our weather. We do get the odd bit of rain, don't get me wrong, but it doesn't last very, very long. A couple of hours ago, it was raining in downtown Paphos, but if you start to look at the pathway, you'll notice that, to be honest, there are no signs of it whatsoever, because of course the ambient temperature is so high, 27 degrees, and it quite simply takes your breath away.
And if you show this beautiful sky together with clouds and some shades of the sun coming, by the way, behind the clouds, Ronnie Zmiri would love it.
He would indeed. Ronnie Zmiri, big shout out to you. Look at that. Feast your eyes and digest. This is downtown Paphos at its very, very best indeed. And of course, this is the new coastal pathway, which is officially open. There's 1 or 2 things left to do. But if you want to walk it, if you want to crawl it, if you want to be in a pushchair, if you want to be in a wheelchair, if you want to be on an electric scooter, or perhaps you want to bring your Bugatti Veyron along here, you can be accommodated, that's for sure. Beautiful seating area, which is not quite finished. They're going to be planting all this up, and there's 1 or 2 other bits to do. But there's one thing that's for sure. You can cast your eyes out into the abyss, the blueness of the blue Mediterranean Sea, and you're going to get a great memory indeed. Downtown Paphos on a truly spectacality of an afternoon indeed.
Do you know, when I'm observing the amount of work has been done, it's not a joke. It's a huge amount of distance that supposed to be done, and well done to all of them, to whoever was doing this huge and great job. That's because when they started, by the way, we thought it's gonna be ages and ages, by the way, comparing to what distance they had to manage, and comparing to the time, it wasn't that long. Because if you think about the time is going, and according to some last year wedding conditions, they couldn't continue the work. Honestly, I observe all this situation now, and I remember how it was in the early days. Amazing job, well done to Mr. Fedonas.
It is indeed. The mayor and all of his team have done a fabulous job. There's no doubt about that. Cast your eyes now and look at some of the vastness of the pathways that have been put in. There's a little bit to do, don't get me wrong, but of course all of this is completed in less than 8 months, and it really is a great place indeed. This is more or less the halfway point on the coastal pathway from the Paphos Castle to the Cephalius beach area. We are going to say a big goodbye, and we're going to thank you from the bottom of our 2 hearts for watching. And of course, if you do like what you see, hit the like, click that subscribe, and perhaps come back for a little bit more of our madness. And while you're at it, why not hunt us down on the totally safe and secure Buy Me a Coffee platform. Google those words, Buy Me a Coffee, Marika and me, and of course you will have the opportunity to buy us that virtual coffee or two. Motivate us to make that special video for you. Perhaps you want a birthday shout out, perhaps it's an anniversary shout out, maybe you want us to call your cat in. Whatever you want, drop in the comments and it'll be coming very, very soon indeed. And of course, on top of all of that, if you really, really love us, perhaps if your name is Lord Nigel of the big guns and there's a beauty in your life called Lady so sweet Caroline, perhaps your name's Lord Julian, perhaps you've got a blonde beauty and the honeymoon is continuing. Of course, that's Lady Bridget. You can also hunt us down on the Buy Me a Coffee membership part at only €10 a month, and that obviously will keep us afloat, that's for sure. Thanks for watching.
We're thanking you for all that you still do for our lovely channel. We truly believe that you enjoy watching us. You enjoy watching us since the day we started. Some of the people enjoy watching us a little bit later, but you see what is the most favorite in our niche in our channel, that people of our family members start to become friends with each other. What can be better? They know each other, they met each other, they will be still meeting each other and making friends. However, our channel, it's kind. We're loving you, kissing you, hugging you from the bottom of our two hearts.
Thanks for watching, and I'm going to leave you with a truly, truly spectacality of a view indeed. Look at that. That's the power of the blue Mediterranean Sea, and it is a licking and it is a lapping on the coastline in downtown Paphos. Don't forget to come back for the next episode, because we're going to do the final part of the coastal pathway from the Paphos Castle to the Cephalius Beach Resort, which is just over there in the yonder. So if you want to see the final grand finale, don't forget to come back that little bit later. Thanks for watching, and of course we will see you again very, very soon indeed.